Hi everyone, and welcome to our podcast Hey English. This is episode number 10. I'm Philip.
And I'm Sara. We're excited to have you join us today for a fascinating discussion on space exploration.
That's right. Space exploration is such an intriguing topic, and we're going to dive deep into it. But that's not all, we'll also be helping you improve your English language skills along the way.
Exactly. Throughout our conversation, we'll be explaining important vocabulary, useful phrases, idioms, and even some grammar rules related to space exploration. So, whether you're a space enthusiast or an English learner, there's something here for everyone.
To give you a quick overview, we'll be starting with the history of space exploration, moving on to modern missions and technologies, and then discussing the future of space travel. We'll also cover some interesting idioms and expressions related to space and talk about the cultural impact of space exploration.
Plus, we'll be sharing tips on how to use space-related vocabulary and phrases in your everyday conversations. It's going to be both fun and educational.
So, sit back, relax, and let's embark on this journey together. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to drop them in the comments. We love hearing from you.
Absolutely. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode.
Ready to blast off, Sara?
Ready when you are, Philip. Let's get started with our first segment on the history of space exploration.
Here we go. To start, let's travel back in time to 1957. Do you know what happened that year, Sara?
Absolutely, Philip. 1957 was a landmark year because it was when the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik. The word satellite refers to an object that orbits a planet, and in this case, Sputnik orbited Earth.
Right. The launch of Sputnik marked the beginning of the space race, a term that describes the competition between the United States and the Soviet Union to achieve significant milestones in space exploration. It's fascinating how these events shaped our history and our language.
It really is. Speaking of milestones, in 1961, the first human ventured into space. That was Yuri Gagarin, a Soviet astronaut. The word astronaut comes from the Greek words astron meaning star and nauts meaning sailor. So, it literally means star sailor.
I love that. And then, just a few years later, in 1969, we had the famous moon landing. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first humans to set foot on the moon. Armstrong's words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," are unforgettable.
Those words really are iconic. The moon landing was a monumental achievement, and it brought new vocabulary into everyday language, like lunar module and moonwalk. Plus, it gave us the phrase "the eagle has landed," which is often used to signify a successful arrival.
And let's not forget about other important missions, like the launch of the Hubble Space Telescope in 1990. This telescope has provided us with incredible images of distant galaxies and has vastly expanded our understanding of the universe.
Definitely. The term telescope comes from the Greek words tele, meaning far, and skopion, meaning to look or see. It's a perfect example of how language and technology evolve together.
Exactly. And when we talk about these historic events, we often use the past tense to describe what happened. For example, we say launched, orbited, and landed. Understanding these past tense verbs helps us tell the story of space exploration accurately.
That's a great point, Philip. And speaking of telling the story, it's amazing how the space race also influenced culture, inspiring countless movies, books, and even idioms like "it's not rocket science" and "to reach for the stars."
Yes, and we'll dive into some of those idioms a bit later. But for now, it's clear that the history of space exploration is not just about scientific achievements, it's also about the language and culture that have grown around these events.
Absolutely, Philip. And as we continue our discussion, we'll see how modern missions build on this incredible history. So, we've touched on the incredible history of space exploration. But what about today, Philip? What's happening in the world of modern space missions?
Great question, Sara. Today, space exploration is more exciting than ever. One of the most fascinating recent missions is the Mars rover Perseverance, which landed on Mars in February 2021. The term rover refers to a vehicle designed to explore the surface of a planet or moon.
Yes, and Perseverance is on a mission to search for signs of past microbial life on Mars. It's equipped with advanced technology, including cameras and scientific instruments, to study the Martian surface. The word probe is another important term here, referring to an unmanned spacecraft that collects data about its environment.
Speaking of advanced technology, let's not forget about the International Space Station, or ISS. It's a massive space station that orbits Earth and serves as a home and workplace for astronauts from around the world. The term space station refers to a large artificial satellite used as a long-term base for manned operations in space.
The ISS is an incredible example of international cooperation in space exploration. Astronauts conduct experiments in microgravity, which helps us understand more about biology, physics, and other sciences in a unique environment. The word microgravity means very weak gravity, like what you experience in space.
And then there's SpaceX, a private company that's revolutionizing space travel. They've developed reusable rockets, which are a game changer. A reusable rocket can be launched, landed, and launched again, reducing the cost of space missions significantly.
SpaceX has also launched the Crew Dragon, a spacecraft designed to carry astronauts to the ISS. The term crew refers to the people who operate a vehicle or vessel. In this case, the astronauts are the crew of the spacecraft.
And let's not forget the James Webb Space Telescope, set to launch soon. It's the most powerful space telescope ever built and will help us look further into the universe than ever before. The word telescope comes from the Greek words tele, meaning far, and skopion, meaning to look.
These modern missions are paving the way for future exploration, including potential missions to Mars and beyond. The word exploration comes from the Latin explorer, meaning to investigate or search out.
Absolutely. And in talking about these missions, we often use the present perfect tense to describe actions that started in the past and continue into the present, like have launched and has explored.
That's a great point, Philip. Understanding these tenses helps us communicate about ongoing and recent developments in space exploration.
And it's clear that the future holds even more exciting possibilities. The advancements we're seeing now are just the beginning.
Now, let's delve into the science behind space travel, which is equally fascinating. Philip, can you explain how rockets work?
Sure, Sarah. At the heart of space travel is rocket science. A rocket works on the principle of Newton's third law of motion: for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. When fuel combusts in the rocket's engine, it produces thrust that propels the rocket upward. The term thrust refers to the force that moves the rocket forward.
That's right. And the process of a rocket leaving Earth's atmosphere is called launch. Rockets must overcome Earth's gravity to enter space, and they do this by reaching a speed known as escape velocity, which is the speed needed to break free from Earth's gravitational pull.
Once in space, spacecraft use different types of propulsion systems to navigate. One common method is the use of thrusters, which are small engines that provide the force needed for maneuvering in space.
Another fascinating concept is orbital mechanics, the study of the motions of spacecraft under the influence of gravitational forces. For example, satellites and space stations remain in orbit due to the balance between their forward velocity and the pull of gravity. The term orbit refers to the curved path of a spacecraft around a planet or moon.
And when it comes to traveling to other planets, we use trajectories called transfer orbits to move a spacecraft from one orbit to another, often using gravitational assists from other celestial bodies. These assists help the spacecraft gain speed without using extra fuel.
Speaking of fuel, modern spacecraft often use a combination of chemical and electric propulsion systems. Electric propulsion, such as ion thrusters, uses electricity to accelerate ions, creating thrust. It's more efficient than chemical propulsion but produces less thrust.
The science behind space travel also involves life support systems that keep astronauts safe and healthy. These systems regulate air, water, and food supply, and maintain optimal temperature and pressure inside the spacecraft. The term life support refers to the equipment and procedures that provide these necessities.
And let's not forget the importance of telemetry, the technology that allows engineers on Earth to monitor the spacecraft's systems and performance. Telemetry involves transmitting data from the spacecraft to mission control in real time.
Exactly. And as we discuss the science behind space travel, we use a lot of specific terminology that helps us understand these complex concepts. Words like propulsion, thrust, orbit, and telemetry are key to describing how spacecraft operate.
Plus, understanding these terms enriches our comprehension of space missions and the incredible technology behind them.
Now, let's talk about the benefits and challenges of space exploration. Sarah, what are some of the benefits that come to mind?
There are so many. One of the biggest benefits is the technological advancements that come from space exploration. Many technologies we use daily, like GPS systems, weather forecasting, and even certain medical devices, were developed or improved through space research. The term spin-off refers to these technologies that were originally developed for space missions but found new applications on Earth.
Absolutely. Another benefit is scientific knowledge. By exploring space, we learn more about our universe, our solar system, and even our own planet. Studying other planets helps us understand Earth's atmosphere, geology, and climate better. The word geology refers to the study of the solid Earth and the processes by which it is shaped and changed.
And let's not forget about international cooperation. Space missions often involve collaboration between countries, fostering peace and mutual understanding. The International Space Station is a prime example, where astronauts from different nations work together towards common goals. The term collaboration refers to the act of working together to achieve a common objective.
Space exploration also inspires future generations. It encourages young people to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, also known as STEM fields. Inspiration is a powerful tool for progress. The word inspiration means the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something creative.
However, space exploration isn't without its challenges. One major challenge is the high cost. Developing, launching, and maintaining space missions require significant financial resources. The term budget refers to the amount of money allocated for a particular purpose.
Safety is another critical challenge. Space is a harsh environment, and protecting astronauts from extreme temperatures, radiation, and the vacuum of space is difficult. The term radiation refers to the emission of energy as electromagnetic waves or as moving subatomic particles.
Plus, there's the challenge of long-duration missions. Traveling to distant planets like Mars means astronauts will spend months or even years away from Earth, facing physical and psychological challenges. The word isolation refers to being separated from others, which can affect mental health.
Communication is also a challenge. The farther a spacecraft travels, the longer it takes for signals to reach Earth and vice versa. This delay can complicate mission control and the transmission of data. The term latency refers to the delay before a transfer of data begins following an instruction for its transfer.
And then there's the environmental impact. Launching rockets and other space activities can affect our planet's atmosphere and contribute to space debris. The term debris refers to scattered fragments, typically of something wrecked or destroyed.
Despite these challenges, the benefits of space exploration often outweigh the difficulties. The knowledge we gain, the technologies we develop, and the inspiration we provide are invaluable.
Absolutely, Philip. By addressing these challenges, we pave the way for more sustainable and efficient space exploration in the future.
Next, let's look ahead and discuss the future of space exploration. Sarah, what exciting developments can we expect in the coming years?
There are so many thrilling possibilities, Philip. One of the most anticipated events is the Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon by 2024 and establish a sustainable presence there by the end of the decade. The term sustainable means able to be maintained at a certain rate or level.
That's right. The Artemis program will also pave the way for future missions to Mars. The idea of humans walking on Mars is incredibly exciting. The word colonization refers to the act of establishing a colony in a new place, and that's a term we're hearing more often in the context of Mars.
Another exciting development is the rise of space tourism. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic are working on making space travel accessible to private individuals. The term space tourism refers to commercial travel to space for recreational purposes.
Imagine being able to take a vacation in space. It's a thrilling concept. And then there's the idea of interstellar travel, which involves traveling to other star systems. While this is still in the realm of science fiction, advances in technology bring us closer to making it a reality. The term interstellar means occurring or situated between stars.
Yes, and advances in propulsion technology, like ion thrusters and potentially even warp drives, could make these long-distance journeys possible. The word propulsion refers to the action of driving or pushing forward.
Speaking of technology, artificial intelligence, or AI, will play a crucial role in the future of space exploration. AI can help with navigation, data analysis, and even autonomous operations on distant planets. The term autonomous means operating independently without human control.
That's a great point, Philip. And we're also looking at the potential for mining asteroids for resources. This could provide valuable materials for use in space and on Earth. The term asteroid mining refers to the extraction of minerals and other resources from asteroids.
Another fascinating area is the search for extraterrestrial life. Missions like the James Webb Space Telescope will help us look for signs of life on other planets. The term extraterrestrial means originating outside Earth.
All these developments show that the future of space exploration is incredibly bright. And as we venture further into space, we'll continue to develop new technologies and gain a deeper understanding of our universe.
Absolutely, Sarah. The future holds endless possibilities, and it's exciting to think about what we might discover. Moving on, let's explore how space exploration has influenced popular culture. Sarah, what are some of your favorite examples?
Oh, there are so many. One of the most iconic is the Star Wars franchise. It has captivated audiences with its epic space battles, diverse planets, and intriguing characters. The phrase "May the Force be with you" from Star Wars has become a part of everyday language. The term franchise refers to a series of related works, such as movies or books.
Definitely. And we can't forget about Star Trek, another legendary series. Its vision of space exploration and its phrase "to boldly go where no man has gone before" have inspired countless people. The term series refers to a set of related television programs or movies.
These shows, along with many others, have popularized the concept of space exploration and brought it into our homes. They often introduce new terms and phrases, like warp speed and beam me up. These phrases have become part of our cultural lexicon. The term lexicon refers to the vocabulary of a language, person, or branch of knowledge.
Another great example is the movie Interstellar. It explores the idea of traveling through wormholes and the effects of time dilation. The film sparked interest in scientific concepts and made them accessible to a wider audience. The term time dilation refers to the difference in elapsed time as measured by two observers, due to a relative difference in velocity or gravitational field.
Yes, and The Martian is another favorite. It tells the story of an astronaut stranded on Mars and his struggle to survive. The movie emphasizes problem solving and resilience, using the phrase "I'm going to have to science the hell out of this." The term resilience refers to the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties.
Space exploration also influences music, art, and literature. For instance, David Bowie's song Space Oddity tells the story of Major Tom, an astronaut. It's a classic example of how space themes have permeated different forms of art. The term permeated means spread throughout something.
And in literature, authors like Arthur C. Clarke and Isaac Asimov have created detailed and imaginative worlds that inspire curiosity about space. Their works explore themes of space travel, artificial intelligence, and extraterrestrial life. The term themes refers to the central topics or ideas explored in a work.
Absolutely. Space exploration continues to inspire creativity and innovation. It pushes the boundaries of what we think is possible and encourages us to dream big. The phrase "pushing the boundaries" means expanding the limits of what is possible.
And as space exploration advances, we can expect even more influence on popular culture. New movies, books, and songs will continue to emerge, reflecting our ongoing fascination with the cosmos. The term cosmos refers to the universe seen as a well-ordered whole.
It's amazing how space exploration not only advances our scientific understanding but also enriches our cultural experiences.
Absolutely, Philip. It shows that space is not just the final frontier for exploration but also for our imagination. Thanks for staying with us. We've had an incredible journey today, exploring the history, modern missions, science, benefits and challenges, the future, and even how space exploration has permeated popular culture. It's truly fascinating how space has captured our imaginations and continues to push the boundaries of what we know.
Absolutely, Sarah. From iconic phrases like "May the Force be with you" to groundbreaking missions like Artemis, space exploration is an ever-evolving field that not only advances technology but also brings us together as a global community.
And it's amazing to see how the vocabulary and expressions we've discussed can enhance our understanding and appreciation of these incredible achievements. Terms like thrust, microgravity, and extraterrestrial help us describe complex concepts in a way that's accessible and engaging.
Right. By learning these terms and understanding the science behind space travel, we can better appreciate the incredible efforts and innovations that go into exploring the cosmos. And who knows? Maybe some of our viewers will be inspired to pursue careers in STEM fields or even become the next generation of astronauts.
That's the beauty of space exploration, it inspires us to dream big and reach for the stars. Whether it's through scientific discovery, technological innovation, or creative expression, space continues to influence and enrich our lives in countless ways.
So, as we wrap up our discussion today, let's remember that space exploration is not just about looking outward, but also about looking inward and understanding our place in the universe.
Absolutely, Philip. We hope you've enjoyed this journey with us and learned something new along the way.
And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, please let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep exploring, stay curious, and until next time, take care.
Bye, everyone.